Good evening. Donald Trump is the 45th president of United States of America. And yesterday, meaning it was on February 6th, 2020, he has been acquitted by the Senate. What exactly happened? Earlier, he was impeached by House of Representatives. Later, the scene has been shifted to Senate, but the Senate acquitted him, meaning he is safe and he is going to continue as the President of United States of America. Because it is there in the news, let's discuss the procedure, how exactly the President of United States of America is removed from the office. Before that, let me also tell you, was there any instance wherein any President of United States of America has been removed? So far, no president has been removed like that. But Richard Nixon has submitted the resignation before his removal. Apart from this, Donald Trump, earlier two more presidents were also impeached by House of Representatives. House of Representatives is the lower house in American Parliament, the so-called Congress. So, including Donald Trump, so far three American presidents have been impeached by House of Representatives, but all the three have been acquitted by the upper house, that is the Senate. So, because it is there in the news, let's have a discussion. What exactly is the procedure? How the President of America can be removed? So, this is America has its own constitution, one of the oldest constitutions in the world, very powerful one. So far it has been amended for 27 times, and let's see what exactly is the content in that. So basically what happens whenever you want to impeach the President of America, the procedure is initiated in the House of Representatives. Before going ahead, I would like to say one more thing. American Parliament is called Congress. American Parliament is called Congress. If you look at India, you have Parliament. That Parliament is nothing but Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the President. Clear? Meaning Indian Parliament is bicameral, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Similarly, American Parliament, the so-called Congress, is also bicameral. One house is House of Representatives and the second one is Senate. In House of Representatives, the strength is 435, meaning 435 is the strength of House of Representatives, and when it comes to Senate, the strength is 100. In America, you got 50 states, and from each state, two members are elected to the Senate, and the strength is 100. So 435 plus 100. Now, when you want to remove the President of United States of America, the procedure begins in House of Representatives. So once the procedure begins, the House will appoint something called House Judiciary Committee. Lower house, that is House of Representatives, will appoint something called House of Judiciary Committee, where some members will be picked up, and the responsibility of finding out the reasons for impeaching the president is handed over to that Judiciary Committee. And that committee, after looking into the charges against the President of America, after verifying the Constitution, after looking very thoroughly into the related articles, the Judiciary Committee will suggest to the House of Representatives based on what articles the President can be impeached. Later, discussion will take place, voting will take place. And whenever we say about voting, we have different kinds of majorities. Simple majority, special majority, right? And in America, it is called, supermajority. Simple majority and supermajority. But when it comes to House of Representatives, if a resolution is passed by simple majority, then the President of America is considered to be impeached. Clear? So meaning is simple. So the first step in the whole process has been done. Right? House of Representatives comes into the picture. House of Judiciary Committee is coming into picture. It will suggest with basically on what articles the president can be impeached, and if it is voted with a simple majority, then the president of America is considered to be impeached. Right? So like this, so far three presidents have been impeached. Right? But that is not the end of the show. The whole show will be shifted to the so-called the upper house, that is the Senate. So now, after the whole process is over in the House of Representatives, House of Representatives will select a group called House Managers. House Managers, and the responsibility of the House Managers is to take the whole process to the Senate, where their Senate is asked to go for trial against the so-called the president. So the actual trial begins in the Senate. So during the time, the House managers will present their arguments. The president will also be given an opportunity to defend himself. President is permitted to get the lawyers' support. They try to defend the president. And after the whole process is over, then it will be put to vote. Right? Then it will be put to vote. And if it is won by super majority, I am using the word super majority, then president is considered to be this removed from the position of the president of United States of America. Clear? But what is super majority in India? So we say special majority, right? And when it comes to special majority, it varies from this country to country, right? And some countries will take like 2/3 majority like India, right? And somebody may take some different figure like that, right? So but when it comes to super majority, that is just like the simple the special majority in India. So meaning you require 2/3 of the support in the Senate to remove the president. Clear? Simple majority in House of Representatives and super majority in the Senate. So then only the president is considered to be removed. But in the case of all the three presidents of America against whom the trial went on, all the three were acquitted by the Senate. Meaning, so far, no American president has been removed. But three were impeached by House of Representatives, but the presidents have been acquitted. Acquitted meaning no charges, you are free, you did no wrong, right? That is called acquitting. So this three presidents have been acquitted by the Senate, right? The same thing happened even to the current president of America, Mr. Donald Trump. He is very much safe, and this is what happened. That is the reason why this is there in the news, and because of this reason we are discussing about the impeachment procedure of the president of United States of America. Am I clear? So now I open the document. So let me open the document, show you the document, and I'll give you some additional points with respect to the removal of the president of America. Look at this. US President Donald Trump, impeached by the House of Representatives, was acquitted by the Senate on February 6, 2020, bringing to a close, bitter process that lost close to 5 months. Senators voted to acquit the president. And please remember, Donald Trump belongs to Republican Party. And Republican Party is dominating in Senate. That is the reason why it was very clear since beginning that if it comes to Senate also, nothing will happen to Mr. Donald Trump. He is safe. The same thing has been proved on February 6th. And the lower house, House of Representatives, that is dominated by Democrats. Clear? Look at this. American Parliament is called Congress, and it's consisting of two houses. One is House of Representatives and the second one is Senate. Clear? I want you to remember this. In India, our lower house is called Lok Sabha and upper house is called Rajya Sabha. Please remember this. Look at this. Three presidents have been impeached by the House of Representatives in US so far, right, up to February 2020, meaning till date. Three were impeached by House of Representatives. Who were they? Andrew Johnson in 1868, Bill Clinton in 1998, and Donald Trump in the year 2019. But all the three were acquitted by the Senate and were not removed from the office. Meaning, three presidents have been impeached by House of Representatives but acquitted by the Senate. Okay, look at this. The House of Representatives voted on two charges: that the president has abused his power and that he had obstructed Congress. Meaning the charges are very serious. Two charges. One is president has abused his power, and the second one is that he obstructed Congress. Look at this. An impeachment proceeding formally begins with a resolution adopted by the full House of Representatives, which typically includes a referral to a House committee to proceed with an impeachment inquiry. Then the House Judiciary Committee determines whether the grounds for impeachment exist or not. So meaning is simple, from House of Representatives it will be moving to Judiciary Committee, and the Judiciary Committee will decide whether the ground for impeachment exists or not. If the committee finds the grounds means what? Reasons. Grounds for impeachment, it will set forth specific allegations of misconduct in one or more articles of impeachment. Please remember, articles of impeachment are mentioned in American Constitution. These articles of impeachment are then reported to the full House with the committee's recommendations. Clear? Then the House debates on the articles either individually or full resolution, and a simple majority is required. Fine. Later, upon passage, the president has been impeached. Like this, three presidents have been impeached by House of Representatives so far. Next, the House then selects House managers to present the case to the Senate in a role analogous to the prosecution or district attorney in a standard criminal trial. Finally, the House adopts a resolution to notify formally and present the passed articles of the impeachment to the Senate. Right? Once it reaches the Senate, President will be questioned. President has the right to defend himself. Right? If it is accepted by supermajority, then only the President of America is considered to be removed from the office. Am I clear? Look at this. What do you mean by supermajority? Look at this. A supermajority vote is a vote that must exceed the number of votes comprising simple majority. For example, a simple majority in 100-member Senate is 51 votes. We know this, we discussed this many times. While two-thirds supermajority vote requires 67 votes. And in 435-member House of Representatives, simple majority is 218 and two-thirds majority requires 290 votes. But please remember one thing I want you to remember very clearly. When it comes to the impeachment, the removal procedure of the President of America, simple majority in House of Representatives and super majority in the Senate. Please remember this. But then what did I show you just now? Just now I was giving some examples with respect to what is a simple majority, what is a special majority in Senate and House of Representatives. For example, here you want to amend the Constitution of America. Is that okay? If you want to amend the Constitution of America, that requires a special majority in both the houses. Am I clear? And that special majority is called supermajority. So meaning at that particular time you require supermajority even in the House of Representatives. Am I clear? Very, 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 very important. Right? In India, we call it, the special majority. There it is called, the super majority, right? So please remember this. Meaning is simple. The terminology may differ from country to country, and the majority also differ from country to country. Am I clear? Next, another important thing I want you to remember is that every point that I have discussed with you, you are expected to remember for the examination point of view. Next, right? So tomorrow, if it is a question in the examination that what is the procedure of the removal of the President of America, just write all these points. Look at this. Look at this. So when it comes to removal, this impeachment trials in the Senate, during the time, this trial is presided by the Chief Justices. In case of Donald Trump, it was the Chief Justice was John Roberts. Please remember the name, right? There may be a question. Who was the Chief Justice who presided over impeachment trial of Mr. Donald Trump? Answer is Chief Justice John Roberts. Similarly, when it comes to Andrew Johnson, who was the first president who was impeached by House of Representatives, and at the time the Chief Justice was Salmon P. Chase. And when Bill Clinton was impeached, the Chief Justice was William Rehnquist. Please remember these names for the examination point of view. Since America is a very important country, internationally very powerful superpower, the President of America is always there in the news. So whatever the President of America says, that becomes a big news, right? And that's what we are also looking at every time. That's the reason why Donald Trump, the current President of America, Donald Trump, is there in the news every time. Fine. So much discussed, much debated office in the entire world, that is the President of America. Since that president is there in the news because of this impeachment trial, this is very important for any forthcoming examination. Fine. So that's the reason why please remember each and every point what I have discussed with you. So thank you so much for being with me this evening, and I'll see you in the next class. Till then, take very good care, and I wish you all a very, 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 very good luck.